After a brief but successful war against the Seminoles in Florida, Secretary Adams negotiates a treaty with Spain that surrenders all of Florida, plus territory in the Pacific Northwest, to the United States, in return for the country's abandoning its claim to Texas. This is a major diplomatic success, but there is little time to celebrate.
In 1819, there was a gigantic, what they call panic. Today we'd call it a stock market crash or a recession, even depression. And people lost their farms, and there was a movement back from the frontier, and businesses went bankrupt in the cities.
There's considerable land speculation that has inflated the value of lands to unprecedented heights, and it collapses. And there are also all these banks that operate with very little of the kind of securities or checks and balances that we like to think our financial system now possesses, meaning no gold or silver reserves backing any of the notes that they are sending out. And so when things begin to collapse and one bank calls in its notes, then another bank tries to call in its notes, everyone's calling in their loans, and at some point you realize that all this paper money that had been circulating has no value behind it, and the economy collapses, and it sets off a tremendous panic throughout the Ohio Valley and Mississippi Valley, East Coast towns and farms and cities as well, and it leads to a tremendous political uproar, people demanding that they be protected from economic downturn. I think prior to that, many people thought, that there were no costs to the speculative economy. In 1819 and in the early 1820s, I think people come to realize that a largely unregulated market economy does not always rise, that it can also collapse.